Okay. Let us get into some Dungeons and Dun-Duns. Whee! So many people here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and myself 6. Let's see. Let's do a recap here. Party initially had a wonderful festival to attend and performed and competed with so many other adventurers. At the conclusion of that set of challenges was a final race underwater to retrieve a jewel and then return it and then be crowned the winners of Jigao. After that, the adventurers had found that there was a mystical, magical item there. And with experts' eyes on top of it, we found that it was a vestige of divergence, a item lent behind from the gods of the past, either the prime deities or the betrayers. We know it's from the prime deities, though, because as soon as one of the adventurers touched it, they were given a message that says, I am a hero, please save me, or the world is doomed. And so taking that jewel and traveling to Bazixan, a city that has a lot of history dealing with vestiges of divergence and the calamity from which the gods had traded blows. I went to this city to learn more about this Jewel of Three Prayers, the name of the magical item. In Bazixan, there is a place called the Betrayer's Rise, and many of the researchers and all sorts of anthropologists and paleontologists had stated there are many jewels and there are many resources available at the Betrayer's Rise. You would do well to go in there. There's all kinds of information that you can excavate that would probably help you out. Very clearly, when they first entered the Betrayer's Rise, the door opened to the Jewel of Three Prayers. So that was a clear indication that we're on the right track. Players traveled through, bit off more than they can chew, or rather the monsters bit too much of them, as 3 gibbering mouthers attacked the party. The party had to run back, get some healing, charge back through, and we are currently at the conclusion of a couple of puzzles. One puzzle for dancing to get into the next room, dancing with some dancing flames, and our one player Garren, who is on a solo mission to bleed to death, traveling down a tunnel full of blades.
I'm in a jigsaw trap.
He's in a jigsaw trap from the movie Saw. Garren is inside a bag of holding, and with one hand outstretched, inching down a hallway of blades. So let's get back into the game here. You guys are back in the Betrayer's Rise. What do you want to do?
Let's find Garren.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like that's critical at this point.
I guess we should head down this. I mean, scary.
I'm just gonna mute you real quick, Paul, because we could hear the airplane in the stream. But if you had to say anything, feel free to unmute.
Fine.
Right. Greg, you step into this room. There's an energy in this room. Not a very nice one. You look to your left and right. The walls of this hallway are decorated with carvings of supine figures and chained bodies. So if you look at the walls, there's people who are laying down on their back, looking up. And there's chains all over them, just laced on top of them. That's on the walls. If you look at the floor, it's actually covered in real black chains. Nests and nests of black chains on the ground. So you got the images on the wall of people with the chains, and you've got actual chains on the ground. The sound of distant wailing comes from a dark, circular hole in the floor at the north end of the hall. I need Ishanarai, Greg, and Chip to roll a wisdom saving throw as the oppressive energies in this room is trying to push you down to the ground. Chip, you are forced to your knees, your hands thrown on the ground, and your forehead immediately slams to the floor in a groveling gesture. Ishanarai, the same thing happens to you as you are forced down on the ground, prone. Nat, your character, Greg, same thing happens. Forced down on the ground. You are prone. As you do that, these chains on the floor start to slither towards you, and they try to grab onto you. Voices from the walls, these low tones. You can hear the words spoken in common, finally, not in infernal or abyssal, that says, "Imprison those who cannot resist you. Drag our life into darkness." I need the three of you to make dexterity saving throws as these chains try to grapple you.
Why did it have to be Dex?
What is happening? Greg, you are grappled. Chip, you are not. Ishanarai, you are grappled.
Am I still forced down onto the floor, or
You are
did that?
prone. Your movement
Okay.
is 0, but any
Mhm.
actions that you want to take or bonus actions are still available to you. Currently, Ishanarai and Greg are being jolted with psychic damage. Chip, you are able to take actions.
Mhm.
Ishanarai and Chip and Greg, you are able to take actions at this point. What do each of you want to do?
Did you just say that I'm getting hit with psychic damage?
Right.
Because I am a Kalistar, one of my abilities means I have resistance to psychic damage.
Understood. So, with that resistance, you will not be taking the full amount. You will only be taking 2 psychic damage.
Yes.
Whereas Greg will be taking the full 5 psychic damage.
So I'm grappled by the chains right now, right?
You are grappled by the chains right now, correct?
Can I stand up, or am I still being held prone?
If you wish to get off the ground, you're going to have to make that wisdom saving throw again.
Mhm. And can I attack from where I am?
You most certainly can, yes.
I want to try and attack the chains to free Greg.
Okay. So, if you want to use an action to get rid of the chains, it would be a strength check. And if you're going to use a
Straight strength?
weapon, athletics actually. And if you want to use a weapon, I'd say whatever you get on that roll, add a +1.
Okay, I'll use my longsword of vengeance. That's so 13.
So an athletics roll.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then we'll add 1 because you're using the weapon.
Oh, okay, I see.
11. Okay. It is a very heavy chain, probably enchanted with some kind of magical features. Your sword and your efforts are in vain.
All right.
When you strike at the chain, there is a psychic recoil where you take 11 points of psychic damage.
I mean, I think I'm just gonna keep trying unless somebody else wants to do something.
I'm gonna use my athletics and try to break out of the chains, I guess.
So with the chains doing what they're doing, are the chains the creatures themselves, or do they seem to be controlled by something?
It you would ascertain that it's more of a magical effect than a creature.
Okay.
Like similar to a trap.
Okay. Can I don't want to stand up, not yet. But can I try to reach out with my mind and see if I can find or locate the telepathic creature that maybe has set this trap?
Yeah, you can do like a scan.
Yeah.
Also, I'd say, Greg, you do not have the posability to use athletics to break the chain. Right now, the only one who has the ability to really move their hands and legs in any sort of way was Chip. Now,
So
is
is there any
Shunner?
way to get
Is there any way? You can. You can try to get up using a wisdom saving throw.
oh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
So with that, at the conclusion of your turn, Greg, you are dragged closer to the hole on the side here. Ishanurai, you're gonna hit a scanning ability with your psychic skills.
Yes, I am. So, because of my Kalishtar abilities, I can reach out telepathically in front of me, and I can try to see if there's a creature that'll respond back at me. And if it can, then I can try and have a conversation with it.
Okay, so you seek a mind, and I'll let you know right now that there there are no minds present here, aside from your allies.
Okay. Because the chains are under some kind of psychic effect, can I, is there any way I can try and break that effect?
They're not under an effect. It's more like they're enchanted.
Oh, good. Okay, that makes it so much better. Okay. Well, that's just annoying.
Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
Nothing else I can think of at the moment.
Okay. So, with that, we are going to slide along as the chains tug you down towards the terminal end of this tunnel here. And we are going to quickly swap over to Garren.
Hello, Garren.
All right.
Garren, you are at the beginning of a long tunnel full of blades. It's a very tight tunnel, and you have the skill not to bump into them. Unfortunately, the floor is topsy-turvy and then tilts you one way or the other into the blades, forcing you to bleed. And when you do bleed, there is a strange jar at the end of this tunnel, which fills up every time you are pierced. What do you do?
I'll continue moving forward. I guess he would be like looking back like every now and again to see if like the skulls hear him getting like stabbed or shanked as he's like crawling, probably leaving like a trail of blood as he crawls. But yeah, he's gonna move forward. I'm assuming I have to roll something to move without getting stabbed.
A dexterity saving throw. Also, I think it's fair that you don't have your full movement because you're just a hand.
Yeah, no, I felt that. I'm gonna get stabbed again.
Okay, so how far into the tunnel do you, how far into the hallway do you want to move?
How far are you gonna let me?
Half. I think half movement speed is fair.
So I have 30, so 15, so like right there.
Okay. So with that, you will take 17 slashing damage in this bladed corridor, and more of the
How much again?
17 slashing damage. And once again, a dim burgundy glow suffuses the corridor, illuminating every razor-sharp bit of metal as dark fluid begins to pour into the canister above the double door. So you have taken a total of 17 and 17, 34 slashing damage.
Oh, this sucks. And as an action, he's gonna start brewing one of his healing elixirs, and that's the end of his whole turn right there.
Okay. Okay, so that's... Got it. Okay. Let's move back. James, how's your character coming along?
Good. He's done. I cannot figure out for the life of me how to send it from Beyond over to Roll20.
Oh,
It's kind
no.
of like.
Just send me the URL.
Oh, okay. All right. Perfect.
Yeah, just
Let me
message
send it.
me it, and then I can see it from here.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Also, do you have
For
a...
future reference, you can get the Beyond 20 and roll directly from D&D Beyond.
Is that like a web browser extender? That's what I was just reading about. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'm sending it over to you now, my man.
Cool. Through Discord or Start Playing Games or the chat here in Roll20?
I was gonna send it through the Discord link that we had.
Okay. Too many avenues of communication.
I know. It's so extra.
All right, so you do that, and we're gonna move over. Got it. Okay. So let's move over to the party right now. Chip, you see Ishanari and Greg are being pulled away from you as you were forced to be prone in this space.
Help, please. If I can say that.
I guess I'm just gonna try to do the athletics again. I can't think of anything else. How big is this hole?
The hole at the end there?
Yeah.
I think it's just a reasonable 10 foot hole.
Oh. All right. 19?
19 to break whose chain? Greg's chain. Okay, 19 is plenty. You put your sword in between a couple of the links and you twist it. You've been doing that for a bit now, and it does snap. And Greg is no longer being pulled down towards that hole.
Mm-hmm. But I still can't stand up, right?
You can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
All right. So I don't have movement. I think that's all I can do then. I will give Bardic Inspiration to Greg, and hopefully that will help him help Ishanrai. Greg, this is a problem. Here, I think you can help Ishanrai.
I hope so.
And then I think I will go ahead and do that wisdom save and try and stand back up. And
10
So,
does not save. You are still
Figured.
stuck, prone to the ground here. Did you take the 11 damage from earlier, the psychic damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had temp HP.
Okay, got it. So
Yeah.
after snapping Greg's chain, you take another 11 psychic damage. These things don't like being touched. Apparently.
Well, I feel the same way. So, like, maybe hands off chains.
Fair. Greg, you are released. Ishanarai is still chained.
I can do actions now, yay.
You can do actions, but your movement is still 0.
I'm gonna use my athletics and try to break the Shinrai out of the chains.
Do it. Okay.
I'll-
And you
my-
just use your hands, right?
well, my hands are gloved, well, gauntleted up, but yeah.
Okay.
Might want to use my bardic inspiration just to be sure.
No. I'm telling you, it succeeded.
Alright.
Yes. So, you have freed Ishanarai using an action. When you grab hold of her chains and then you snap them, they send psychic damage into your mind. You take 11 points of psychic damage. The chains that have been snapped that were connected to you slink away like snakes in the light.
Can I make that wisdom save?
Yes.
Yay.
That does save.
Well,
You can get up to you can get up to your feet now. Excellent.
I will. But I'm not going if I stay here, but I'm just standing up.
All right.
I'll back to movement.
So, it is now Ishanarai's turn.
How tall are the ceilings in here?
This one in particular. Hallway. This is 20 feet tall.
Okay. Okay. I underneath my bestial form, I have a transformation aspect. So as a bonus action, I can burn psi points, and I can, for 1 hour, basically change or grow certain parts of myself. So I am going to spend 5 of my psi points, and I'm going to sprout a full set of wings from my back. My flight speed is equal to my walking speed, and I want to sprout my wings and hover and go to the end of this hallway. And I want to hover over that hole, and because I have dark vision, I want to see what's down there.
Okay. So, the chains on you have been broken. You are no longer grappled. But if you want to regain your movement speed, I need you to make the wisdom saving throw.
Which, as a side note, I have advantage on because of my Kalistar background.
Okay.
So a wisdom saving throw.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So, with that 14, you are still forced prone.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Do you still sprout your wings? Because your movement is 0 even with wings.
Yeah, I'm still gonna sprout my wings. They're just not, they're not fanned out. They're like that curled position on my back, but I have them because I have them for an hour. So, yes, I'm keeping my wings.
Gotcha.
And I can't think of anything else to do at the moment.
Any kind of actions that you'd like to utilize?
I mean-
Or was that the action?
Well, that's a sprouting my wings is a bonus action, and so would my movement be considered, or my wisdom saving throw, would that be considered my action?
It is not.
Oh, fantastic. Can I take an action and try to stand up?
Well, that you're forced prone, so
Okay.
can't stand up.
Crap. Okay. So I'm going to take an action and do what's called psionic investigation. Basically, I'm going to lay my hand on the floor and I can concentrate on it, and I gain a mental image from the point of view of whatever it is I'm touching, showing me what has happened in the last 24 hours. And I learn of any events that have happened within 20 feet of the thing that I'm touching.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, fantastic. So tell me all of the things, DM.
You touch the ground, and you get a recollection of stone and from the walls in this room. And you don't hear anything, of course. What happens is like a 3D image is projected, and you can see how it has interacted with the place. There are a group of blue-robed monks, about 4 of them of varying size and shape. Perhaps some of them are bugbears or tieflings, but their dress would make you assume they are associated with each other, part of a group. And it doesn't take a lot for you to make the connection that they are Question's previous party. Seeing as Question wears a similar garb. And the collection of them are grappled by these same chains that happened to you. Okay. To you, the nest that had lashed onto you. And they were pulled down into that hole at the end of the tunnel and then disappeared from view.
Okay. So can I safely assume that this seems to be a reoccurring theme with people that get around Question?
That's up to you.
Great. Okay, well then I'm done.
Got it. Okay. So what I'd like now to do is I'd like now to bring in James' character. All right. So I'm gonna pull everyone's camera down this way. Whoa, camera. Hello. Okay. I should definitely add your camera to the stream at some point, but we're already moving here. Okay.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
So, your character, I would say, has been instructed by some members of the Ready Room, the local tavern here in Bazixan, that there is a demonic portal that spawns creatures and is constantly let out into the world. And Bazixan is the city that has taken on the responsibility of keeping the demons at bay. And so all of them have some form of military training to make sure whatever monsters come out of the Betrayer's Rise is stemmed to a bit. And one of the folks that are there in the Ready Room had let you know that they would appreciate if you could enter the Betrayer's Rise and accumulate some of this demonic energy that could be used to fuel things that are requiring a lot of energy. It would be fantastic if you could collect some of this ruidium ore. And this ruidium ore for some reason or another, comes from places where demons spawn. So you've kind of been tasked and with a big coin purse as to follow along with the adventures that have already gone in there. Maybe scrape a little bit off the top. And if you can just keep some to yourself and bring it over, then these scientists, quote unquote, would be able to make the world a better place. So
How do they recommend I collect this ore? Is it like something I mine with like a pick, or?
Honestly, all they know about it is that it's called ruidium ore and that it's red. They don't know if it's like jewelry that you can just take from a treasure chest. They don't know if it is, as you say, needs to be mined. But the Betrayer's Rise is a large temple. It's not a cavern or a hole in the ground. So that would be strange to find this ruidium ore just like naturally growing out of some surface, and then you just pick it out, because this is a building. It's assume maybe it's been kept under lock and key or something. But what an opportune moment. Adventurers are going through here, killing monsters, and you just need to pick up the scraps really and make a pretty good day's work for yourself.
Sounds good to me.
If the players were to see you right now, what do you look like?
I have a long silk black cloak that looks really light and airy. I'm wearing studded leather armor underneath that. I have a long slim rapier and a long bow on my back with long dark hair, a small thin crown for my family's crest. I'm about 6'4". I'm 96 years old, so relatively young for a high elf. With adventure pack off one shoulder and dirty boots for long striding.
Awesome. Okay. So, you can see your token, right? I made this your token.
Oh, perfect.
For
Excellent.
now, and we can change
It's
it if
just
you.
like me.
There it is. So you walked up to the Betrayer's Rise entrance. There was a bunch of guards who were walking around, tearing apart demons and burning them to make sure that there's no way that this Ichor can reconstitute itself or whatever the heck demons do. A door has been left open. You walk through it. There are 3 corpses of gibbering mouthers that have been slain, just eyes and teeth and pink flesh. So you can just, jauntily walk past that. And then you enter this room here. On the left, there is a wall with some text in Abyssal. I don't know if you speak that language. To the right of you, there's been a cave-in. And if you were to travel just a little bit into that cave-in, you'd see that there is a drider, a half drow military guard, half giant spider body that's been slain. And in front of you is a skull with it's not a skull, it's more of a vase that's shaped like a skull, and inside of it is a dagger that's been somehow aged to the point of being useless, just very quickly transformed.
Okay.
So, yeah, pretty weird stuff. Behind the skull vase, there's a wall that's been pulled up. It seems to have been a door that's been triggered. It's no longer hiding the hallway behind it.
That's where I want to go.
Okay.
I'm going to move that direction and see if I can get on the other side of that door.
All right. Do you have control over the token? Can you click on it and then move it up?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
I don't know if you can.
It actually disappeared from my screen, my token. Oh, there we go. I see it now. Sorry. There we go.
Oh.
Do you draw a line?
Oh, no. So on the left, there's a cursor.
Okay.
On the left of the toolbar, there's a cursor, and you can
Gotcha.
select move. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's this winding room here, and you can travel through that pretty seamlessly. Uh, there's this strange hallway here. There's some braziers. If you keep moving forward, you can see the pillars and the light shifting around. And there's a stained glass over here with a bunch of lights coming off of it, and fiery creatures with arms and legs dancing around this window, this stained glass window up here, but they pay you no mind.
Hmm.
Let me take these characters off the map here.
Do I notice anything else in the room? Anything else that looks like it's been disturbed or tampered with?
There was a door on your right that you passed, but
Does it look like it's been left ajar, or was it just like an opening to go through, or does it look like somebody might have traveled through that before me?
yeah, it looks like someone traveled through it. There's a huge giant spider there, and perhaps you've seen giant spiders before, but you haven't seen a giant spider like this. And the difference between this and the usual giant spider is it has taken on the aspects of a demon. So it's got, instead of like the usual pink fleshy carapace, it has some jet black and red protrusions in its body, and its fangs are abnormally green and just sick with a poison. So it's different, pretty different. Not larger than the usual, but it's pretty different. And it's
That's in the doorway.
in the doorway right there. Yeah. Oh, someone dropped. Oh, that was
Paul.
Paul. Okay. Bye, Paul. Have a good flight. All right. And
Is
you
it
see
blocking
this
the doorway, or has it? Do I feel like it's noticed me at all?
here, I'll show you. So it's dead over there.
Ah, okay, it's dead.
Yeah. And also here's a whole human, here's a whole halfling right there. And I would say if you don't
half
want to
gnome.
half gnome,
Half gnome, half human.
Okay.
yeah, but
So, yeah,
I'd say you probably wouldn't have, they probably wouldn't have noticed you because they're very busy right now. A lot of things are happening.
Where is the half gnome, half human?
Up
That's
here.
me.
And where do I see them?
I'd say you would have been standing here,
Gotcha.
and they are. Let me grab my ruler. They're up there.
I see. So they're on the other side of that stained glass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can.
I'm currently got my head to the floor. I'm prone, kneeling with my head on the floor.
I'm gonna step a little closer to the stained glass and see if I can get a better look at what's going on with them. Can I see through the stained glass very well?
Yeah, there's actually an opening, like an arched doorway, and you can see through. And let's see, from your perspective, yeah, you see all of them. You see this cheerleader looking. Well, actually, Star, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah, so Chip is half human, half gnome. She is very small. She's like 4 feet tall. She's got really long, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes. Her hair is tied up in a very high ponytail with a blue ribbon. She's wearing leather armor, with a Letterman jacket over it, and she's got pom-poms tucked into her back pocket. And she's got a longsword, which she actually has in her hand right now because she was just using it. And she is currently kneeling with her head on the floor.
Okay. I'm gonna call out. Hello there. You guys okay?
Oh my
Not
god, who are
particularly.
you?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Got a lot to talk about at once. I heard who are you, or what was the other?
Not particularly.
That doesn't look like it. I am Anirile. I'm here looking for a particular type of ore. Wasn't expecting to come across anyone else. It looks like you guys could use some help. Shall I throw you a rope and see if I can pull you back this direction?
Yeah, like, don't come in here because, like, this hallway makes you kneel and it sucks. So, like, I don't know if you can, like, do anything because, like, it's, like, magical and shit. So, like, unless you're, like, really wise and, like, really, like, good at resisting, like, stuff like this, like, you probably don't want to come in here right now.
Okay. I'm going to cast Find Familiar. I don't know. I haven't talked to you about that, but my familiar would just be a cat. If that's okay with you. And I'm going to send my familiar into the hallway to see if it can get a better look at what ails the three adventurers that I can see through the glass.
I'm actually standing up right now.
Okay.
Sure.
I think I'm the only person up.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Right now, I'm trying to drag this. Right now, I'm trying to drag the girl next to me back.
Okay. Looking through my bag here, see if I have some sort of rope. Maybe I can throw to you guys that would help, possibly. How do you think that you need? What do you think you need to get out of whatever's holding you to the floor of this hall?
I mean, they just need to resist it.
Okay. There's no way for me to assist. Is there anything that I notice about the entrance to this hallway? Anything that I could discern through my knowledge of Arcana to be able to assist or loosen the effects that the hallway is putting down on them?
Well, you do notice in the hallway that the walls have something similar to what's going on to them right now. There's bodies on the walls, the images represent as bodies on the walls, and there's chains laced up upon them. Chip and Greg can tell you that they use athletics, they use their physicality to break the chains. And I think Greg could tell you that he used some willpower in order to get up off the ground. This room has some strange enchantment that forces you to grovel.
Why would you guys go in there in the first place?
We're trying to find our friend. He ran off and we've been looking for him, and yeah, we're like a little bit worried.
Okay.
We think he's this way, but we're not really sure.
Does the hallway or the chains have any effect on my familiar?
You've sent your familiar in?
Mm-hmm.
Your familiar is gonna need to make a wisdom save.
Okay. How do I roll? How do I roll on this? Apologize.
Let's see. So your familiar's cat, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's get some cat stats. let's get a cat out here even fully. All right, so that's a cat. I'm gonna give you control over the cat as well.
What's the
Okay.
cat look like? What kind of kitty is that?
He's a white cat with bright red stripes.
Oh my god, your cat is so cute, but like, why did you bring it in a weird demon temple?
He
All right.
follows me.
So when the cat passes this threshold here, it immediately is forced to grovel,
Okay. All right.
and it's stuck.
I guess it affects cats too.
Well, suppose I'm not going down that hallway.
Just fair warning, the chains don't like to be touched. Now, yeah, trying to drag her out of here.
Are there still chains around like that, or did we take care of it by getting rid of the ones that were attached to Greg and Ishanrai?
They're hanging out.
Okay.
And are the chains grappled on anybody still at this point?
No.
No
No.
longer.
Okay. But you guys are still stuck to the ground. Does it look like there's an exit to the hallway at the other end?
There's
Can
a
I tell from where I'm standing?
From where you're standing, there's definitely a hole at the end.
Is that where you guys are trying to get to? The hole at the other end of the hallway?
I mean, I don't know that we have another way to go, so yeah.
While you guys are talking, the cat is being restrained by the chains and being pulled to the hole.
I'm gonna instruct the cat to stop resisting and let the chains take it down the hole.
Cat falls down the hole.
And what do I see when I'm looking through the eyes of the cat as he goes down the hole?
The cat is falling down a 100-foot drop.
Okay,
And
before the cat
There.
hits, I'm
Well,
gonna
well,
just...
no, the cat doesn't. The cat doesn't hit. The cat doesn't hit just yet. There are 3 stone arms that are outstretched. They are not animated. They're like statues, and the cat's falls about 70 feet. Do you want your cat to try and grab onto one of these stone arms? That would
Yes.
stop its descent. Okay, so cat is gonna roll athletics here with a -4. The cat fails.
Okay.
It would fall 30 more feet and then be destroyed, but I think you were trying to dismiss it.
Yeah, I'll dismiss it before it comes to its end.
Okay, so that's all that. Riv, are you here still? Did you come back?
You guys don't want to go down that
He
hole.
said be right back.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if he came back yet. Okay, cool. So we'll continue along.
Yeah, you guys don't want to go down that hole. There's got to be another route.
Not really.
Was there like another doorway here? No.
There is not, although I don't think you know where Garren is either.
Yeah, I feel like we just like looked through all the hallways we could find, and this is the only one left.
Perhaps if anyone can levitate or possibly fly. But I can tell you there's over 100-foot drop with what looks like giant statue arms suspended in the air down through that hole.
Does anyone have rope?
Yeah, but like it's only 50 feet.
So
I think
Chip,
I have.
is having this
Wings.
conversation with her forehead pressed to the floor. Did Shunnerai and Chip want to roll the wisdom saves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, like right
I
now.
mean, I'm gonna just be here like all day, just like because my wisdom is so bad.
I have 50 feet of rope as well, so we can tie some rope together possibly and make 100 feet.
Excellent.
Actually, I think it would probably be more like 99 feet and 5 inches by the time you tied it together.
Oh, Ishana, do you want to re-roll your wisdom save?
I would love to.
Let's please.
Andrew, by the way, I'm trying to drag.
Unbelievable.
So
There's no need to laugh.
Sorry.
Continue on with the
Like that kind of
conversation.
defeat, like there's no need to laugh.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
Yeah, I guess you can just take the rope from my bag since I can't really do anything right now. I mean, it'd be a little hard for me to like tie 2 ropes together with my head on the fucking ground.
I wish there was something I could do to help you guys.
It's It's a rough day.
Yeah.
Moral support.
Moral support.
There it is.
Bardic. Everyone Bardic.
Bardic inspirations all around.
I'm gonna give you Ishinrai, I'm gonna give you my Bardic so that you
Would
can
you
maybe-
mind? Because I'm feeling a little bummed out
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
It's tough out here.
Oh my gosh.
What are we looking at? Okay. Inspired. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Andrew?
Yes.
I was trying to say that I'm like trying to drag these people out. See
Oh.
if that has break this spell or anything.
If you do that, so who are you doing that to?
Shinra.
Okay, so you pick up Ishanrai, and you bring her out of the hallway, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so go ahead and move your token. Okay, so annoyingly, she is still forced down.
Better than nothing. I'll also drag Chip and
Yeah, that's
Chip
less.
out of the
That's less
for
work
Tiz.
for sure. Yeah, you can do that as well.
Lightweight.
Okay, so you
I don't
place
think
them
there's
down.
anything-
You place them down, and then immediately they're forced to grovel again. By
I
the
don't think there's anything I could do to try to help them. So
you
I
could
guess I'm
give
just
them the
there.
help action.
That works against saving throws.
Sure.
If so, I'll do that.
Yeah, how are you helping us be wise?
I'm gonna be that Jimbo. You can do this. Good.
It's
Got the
great.
power.
Alright, well I guess I'm gonna try this again.
Tell me what you get.
6.
Come on, I know you can do better. Come
with,
on, come on.
With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage.
Oh, it's rough. Yo, is this the whole session?
I mean, it could be
die?
for me, honestly, because I'm gonna have to roll really well, and I don't have a good track record.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Hey, 19. Hey, that's 20. Thank God.
I just had to say that it was gonna last forever, and then it worked.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you jinxed it.
I jinxed it. Yeah.
That's the move.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got this. Oh,
Okay.
Dr. Garren is back.
Oh, Riv, you're back?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay. So, Riv, is your intention to get to the end of the hallway?
Yep, that is my intent. Well, I mean, that's the
Okay.
only way he sees it as getting out, because the other way was sealed off.
Okay. So, with that being said, let's have you roll 2 dexterity saves and then get to the end of the tunnel here.
Alright, well, before that, he's gonna drink his healing elixir.
You can drink like 2 potions before you make your movement. That sounds fair. And tell me what you get, okay?
Mhm.
Because I'm building Unreal's spell sheet.
My final spell slot is a 6. And total of 36. Alright, out of spell slots entirely. Alright, and now 2 dexterity saving throws.
Yeah. And let me know what you get.
7.
Okay.
And that's bad news bears, and then another 7. Wow, 3 7s in a row. Holy shit! I should go to the jackpot.
Okie dokie. Well, so let's see how many hours you've accumulated. So that is, I'm gonna roll it, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna roll it. And We'll roll in front of the table. Okay, so the first stab. Oof. Oh, Tony's mad at me for running several windows at the same time. I'm sorry. Apologize, I didn't mean it. I'm just gonna refresh. Okay, so the first stab is gonna be 5d6. That is 17 points of damage. And the second one, I'm not gonna hide it, 15. So I think that leaves you with 2 hit points.
Let's say 17 if it.
Yeah.
Leaves me with 4 hit points.
You have 4 hit points. Yay! All right. So you can get to the end there with all of that damage that you have accumulated. How much damage have you taken total?
60, 70. Not that much, I think.
72?
I think so, because it took half of my life points, and then I drank potions to get like back to sort of where I was.
So you get to the end of this hallway that's just been tipping back and forth, and you stabbed by all these daggers again and again, and the door does not open. You look above, and it's full of your blood, but it's not full of blood. There's still a little bit left to go.
This fucking thing wants to leave me dry. He's at this time he's just gonna look at the vials that he's got enough blood from that closet room. He's gonna like examine. He wants to know if they're like anything special with these vials or not. Because if not, he's just gonna dump them into.
No, well, you did roll for it earlier, remember? And not great. Not a great roll. You could not discern. You knew it was blood. That's all you knew.
I kind of low-key want to dump it in there. How much pints? How much like are in each like? Well, I kind of don't want to use them though because I feel like they're special.
Do what you want to do.
Gonna take a breather. He's gonna sit down for a bit. He's like, god damn it, I lost so many pints of blood there. I don't know how I'm still conscious.
Literally so much blood.
Yeah. Should have like went down from shock, but I mean, he can like prick himself or something and like try to bleed himself, but that would take damage, right?
That would take damage. That's right.
How much damage would it be if he like slit a couple of his like fingers or like I don't know, not his palm because that's dumb. Why do people always like cut their palms? That's like the most painful place ever.
Not enough. It wouldn't be enough.
How many vials of them of blood were there? It was 4, right?
Yeah, each of them had an ounce.
I'm gonna pour one of them in and see if it does anything.
Okay. So you do that. You pour one. And as you do so, the door finally opens up.
Oh, and then there's like a.
Let me get that for you, sir.
More death traps.
And it's another hallway of knives.
Yeah, more hallways of things.
Nothing could possibly be scarier than a 5-foot wide stair of black stone clinging to the wall of a rectangular shaft.
He's gonna walk in and he's gonna just sit down there for a bit, and then he's gonna get out of his bag and he's gonna see what's like around, like down in the bottom. He'll even toss like one of his torches down there if necessary. Or how like far down does it look? Can I see like the bottom floor?
You guess it's something like 100. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's gonna get out of his bag. He's gonna investigate the staircase to see if it is on one of those things that like turns into like a ramp.
Go ahead, roll investigate. Thanks for the idea, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Investigation. 25.
25? There's no way this is trapped.
Okay, and he's just gonna stumble his way, holding on to like the rear guard, and he's just gonna slowly start descending downward.
Whew. Okay. So let's get back to the larger party here. Chip, Ishanurai, Greg, Anariel. At this point, nobody's head is adhered to the floor. It's been long enough. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an improvement at this stage.
All right. What do you do?
So-
What do you do?
I guess we should tie those ropes up now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ropes are tied.
That's good to see your faces.
I guess
Um,
it's good to see.
Yeah, so you're like looking for some rocks or something?
Pretty much. Bright,
S-
bright, glowy red ones.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, there's plenty of rocks outside. Like, why would you even come in here?
No,
Um,
these rocks are only in here.
Yeah,
What do
I
these
don't.
rocks do?
I'm not sure, but collecting them gets me gold, and we all know what gold does.
That's fair.
I'm gonna take out my 50-footer rope, and who's the closest? Is there somebody that's tying the rope up? Mr. Greg Fist, are you doing that?
I will be tying the rope.
All right, I'm gonna toss him my 50 feet that I have. Are we gonna be able to make it to the end of the hallway without having your faces stuck to the floor again?
I don't believe that will happen again. You never know.
I think it looks like Chip maybe puts a hand out to see if it happens.
My
You do
hand grovels.
you do not feel the immediate weighing down of terrible dread as you did before.
Do I need to make
Alright.
another wisdom saving throw to stand up?
No.
Thank God.
You're like if you want to like kind of pop into the tunnel and pop out, you feel like you've gained some level of immunity.
Oh, goody. Okay. That's comforting.
I wonder if I have that same immunity. I'm gonna kind of stick my arm into the hallway and see if I feel any pressure pulling me downward.
Wisdom saving throw immediately.
Shit. So do I just do a /1d20? Is that how I do that?
So on your character sheet in Roll20,
Oh,
it says wisdom in a box that's labeled saving throws. It looks like you have a +4 on it. If you click on the word wisdom, it'll roll for you in the saving throws box.
I think
So it's right under your proficiency bonus.
There we go. Okay. And it's okay. So I got the character sheet up. It's wisdom. There we go. So just perfect.
13. Your forehead hits the ground immediately as you're on your hands and
Aw.
knees.
For Christ's sake. Okay.
I guess we gotta take these chains off.
The chains start to creep towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well. So same box, but dexterity this time.
I really don't want to take more psychic damage. I'll be on super low
Hey, you're looking
HP.
pretty rough, Greg. Are you okay? Do you need like some help? Do you need some healing?
Greg is banged up. But not
I
any.
would appreciate if you do that.
All right, I'll throw some healing your way.
All right. James, give us a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, 20.
All right.
The chains never get to you.
Yeah.
It never gets you too fast, too slick with it. Excellent. So now the only issue you have to deal with is your movement is 0. You can't get up.
Okay.
Riv, did you notice I moved your token?
Um.
I moved you to the
Oh.
right.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm noticing the corridor.
Okay. I just wanted you to know. Okay. Yes.
Oh my god. What the hell is that?
Don't worry about it. Okay. So the party is dealing with Anariel's forehead adhered to the ground.
Yeah, you just need to be like really like secure in your will and like fight it. Okay? Like it took me a while, but like you can do it. Help.
I believe in you, bro.
I'm going to calm my mind and just focus on standing to my feet, picturing it in my mind as I get ready to make another attempt.
Okay, and I think the advice is going to grant you advantage here as well.
Okay, so do I just roll twice?
Roll once, and then we'll take whichever is the larger number for the wisdom save. We're going to take the 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 20s. Must be nice. I wouldn't know anything about that. Cool. So, yes, you can get up.
Okay.
I'd give you a hand up, but you're so much taller than I am.
I'm going to get to my feet and dust my cloak off and make sure there's no dirt or dirtiness on me. In fact, I'll cast Prestidigitation to make sure there's nothing clinging to my clothes and that I'm pristine and clean.
Hey, prestidigitation. Yes, you do that. All cleaned up. Absolutely non-issue. I would also like to point out that Ishana Rai, the person over here, fully has wings on her back. I don't know how necessary the rope thing is.
For her.
And anybody that she
Yeah.
carries.
Yeah, I was...
Yeah, was she gonna carry Greg?
Actually don't know. I mean, my strength isn't that high because Kalistar are not meant to be super physical. They're meant to be more mental and intellectual. So I actually don't know if I could carry someone or not.
You could probably carry me. I'm super light.
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, I could probably carry my little cheerleader. But and typically there are snacks when you fly on Air Ishinurai. So
Oh my god, you got snacks?
I usually carry snacks. So like
Oh yeah, I am so taking Air Ishinurai.
Well, at the very least, she can carry the end of the rope over to one of the hands. If we
That's
don't have
fair.
enough length to make it all the way to the floor, we know that there's these suspended arms. We could secure one end of the rope up here, and she could fly the other end of the rope to the hands, giving us a platform to skip back and forth on. Then she can fly back up and untie the rope and bring it back to us as we make our way down.
Yeah, so I can keep like linking it down for everybody since I have a set of wings. I actually like that idea better. I feel like that's safer for everyone involved.
Okay. So, Ishanara, you grab one end of the
Alright.
rope, and Greg holds
Yep.
the other, and you dive down.
Here we go.
Okay, so Ishanrai dives down. I'm going to move you to the other map. You are now here. And I would say, Garren, if you were just a little bit around the corner, you see a flying Ishanrai.
He has his like hand crossbow drawn because he's never seen this person. Like he's like, okay, what is this? Is this another demon that's gonna shoot lasers at me?
Do I see him?
He was kind of hiding because Garren's really beat up, like hurting big time. Garren, do you reveal yourself to Ishanrai?
Not, not like right away, but like if he notices that she doesn't oppose like a threat or in like any way, he probably would.
I
But for
think,
right now, he's just like keeping his distance and just basically
yeah, no,
trying to assess the situation.
you know her. You know her. You've seen her. You just never seen her with wings before. Um, Garren,
But like, what is the lighting of this room? That's the thing, because like, is it like all pitch black?
there's actually a beam of light from above that's illuminating a statue in the middle of the room, and you see the statue. But on your way down the staircase, you've been hearing this wailing sound. And it's been getting louder and louder as you descended the staircase. It hasn't. This is as loud as it's gotten. Where you are right now is maximum volume on this wailing.
Yeah, then definitely not, because from what he's seen on the map, Ishira is like still obscured in like the shadows, so he's just seeing some flying creature up in the
Yeah.
and this like ear piercing wailing. So he's just like, oh god, what the hell is this? It's like some more weeping angel or something here.
Yes. Nice Doctor Who reference.
Yeah.
Ishanara, you see an awful statue. A beam of light is illuminating it in the middle of this room. The statue is made of pale marble, and it's shaped like a man on his knees, arms behind his back pinned, trussed up in chains that cut into his skin. Hooks line the corners of the figure's mouth, pulling his lips away from his teeth, and smaller barbs encircle his eyes, holding the eyelids open. All the while, hideous noise comes out of the statue's open mouth. Yet, its expression is one of ecstasy. A double door made of iron is set into the statue's chest. These surfaces have no handles. And from your point, you can see a triangle, each side 40 feet long, carved into the floor around the statue, surrounding it. At each of the triangle's points was a stone arm that juts up from the floor with its hand outstretched, the instructions that Anaril had given you to adhere the rope to.
I'm just gonna stand there stunned for a second. Because that's a lot to take in. And I don't know he's there, right?
You do not know that Garren is there because he's actively hiding from you. And
Crap.
you're kind of busy because there's a loud wailing noise in this room.
Yeah. Is do I notice anything about the wailing noise? Like, is it just like an abstract wailing? Is it wailing but like it's wailing words? Is it male, female? Do I notice anything about the wailing?
It is not uncommon, and it's difficult to assign a gender to the sound, but it does seem harmful.
Okay.
Possibly a auditory curse.
Okay.
You're far enough for it not to be an issue, but you've also experienced this temple for a while, and some of its tropes are starting to recycle.
Gotcha.
After a while, Garren is gonna use a mind link on Ishina and try to talk with her. Like, hello, do you mean any harm? Please state the nature of your intentions again.
Do I recognize who it is reaching out to me?
You've seen the IP address before.
Um, Garren?
Sure, and I?
Yeah. Holy
Oh, shit.
crap, are you okay?
No, I'm dying, and I feel like I'm gonna black out like anytime soon.
Oh my god. So immediately I take the rope, I tie it off to the hand, and I try to run around the perimeter of the room, staying as far away from this triangle series of hands, you know, supernatural looking crap in the middle of the room, and I run the perimeter to try to get to him to check on him.
You would know that you can't
Why?
run the perimeter. The perimeter is too close. However, we do know that it's 100-foot drop, so you can fly above and around.
Above and around it is.
Cool. So as you coast past or coast around this thing, it is worrisome. Probably don't want to get close to it, but you get to Garren. Garren is bleeding out of a lot of different places, and the fluid that's coming out is not blood. It seems to be have been replaced with whatever potions he's fueling himself with. So right now, the majority of the liquid inside of him is more potion than blood.
Right. Okay.
So let's have
Since I've tied off the rope to the hand, if I were to pick him up and move him and try to fly back up the tunnel that I came down, um, is picking him up gonna hurt him at all? Can I pick him up?
I would assume you could, but I'll be in like a serious pain. I don't think it's gonna kill me.
I mean, as long as it doesn't kill you, I just need to get you up and out of this room.
Here, no, here. Just open this bag real quick. Let me just. He puts the bag on his floor and let me just get in here real quick. And then he's gonna get in his bag.
Just tucks and rolls himself inside his bag of holding.
Yeah, don't mind the blood. You know, it's all over the place. It's fine.
That's his safe place now.
Well, it'd be easier for her to carry me because I'm not gonna weigh anything. Just like the bag.
He makes a valid point. I'll take the bag.
Okay. So Garren Bag is flying Air Shinrai to leave the tunnel, leave up the hole and back to the hallway.
Yes.
Well, don't lose your luggage.
I was about to say. Do I have to pay an extra fee? Like, is he a carry-on or is he checked baggage?
Oh my god, is that a bag?
You went down the tunnel and all you got was a bag.
Yeah, it's a really nice bag covered in blood.
It's a really nice bag, man.
And then he like jump scares the party. He's like, "Wah!"
Jump scares. Good God. Okay. Garren rolls out of the bag. Tremendous levels of violence has been applied to his body.
Oh my god, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna throw some healing at him.
Yeah, we're gonna need to start helping him heal and bandage and everything else, so...
It's fine. These potions are keeping me alive somehow.
You should probably worry about the chains and him first.
Oh my god. Make a wisdom saving throw, Garren.
No! Get in the bag! Get in the bag, Garren! Get in the bag!
What's going on?
Make a wisdom saving throw, Garren.
No!
20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank God.
Garren rolls out of the bag, says boo, and then all of a sudden the room's energy pulls him down to the floor, but he manages to kind of roll out of it. And when he kind of twists out of the way, everybody can see wherever he was when he stepped aside, a huge level of pressure has been applied to the floor in such a way that the ground cracks.
Oh, great.
Interesting.
So I'm glad to know that this place is also a death trap. Yeah, you know, let me just. And he like dives bombs into his bag.
The nest of
get
chains
the-
crawls out and then sees that he's not adhered to the floor, and then they go, forget it, and they turn around and leave.
Did you get that healing?
Oh, right, the 8. I forgot to apply that.
Ishinurai, on your way back to the hole, you notice that one of the arms bears a throbbing purple-black pustule on its palm.
Ew.
That's all.
Okay.
I guess we should go down now.
Like, I don't know. Garren's pretty bad, and considering like how
There's
this place has like totally fucked us up. Like, can we just chill for a bit?
Maybe it's
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Maybe it's time to take a rest. I can provide
I mean,
some protection.
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, I mean, how are we gonna handle, resting in this hallway? Are we gonna take shifts with different people, staying awake and keeping an eye out on things? How are we gonna handle this? Because we
We can
can't.
take short.
Yeah, I was thinking short rest out of character.
I mean,
You guys don't have to worry about that. If you want to gather around, I can cast some protections for us. That'll allow us to rest or sleep as long as we want without having to worry about being disturbed. And I'm going to kind of beckon everybody to move a little closer to me so we can all kind of gather around within a 15-foot space. And then I'm going to cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
yes, Lehman's. I love Lehman's. It's a little baby hut. I love this thing.
Do you want to describe for us what happens when you cast a spell?
Sure. I'm gonna kind of move my fingers back and forth quickly in the air and then clap my hands together. When I do, a bright light kind of comes up, and you see this slightly translucent globe start to form above my head, and then it expands until it encompasses us. And I believe it's a 30 square foot globe, or 10-foot radius immobile dome that kind of springs into existence. And as long as we're inside this dome, nothing from outside can affect us. Now, they can still see us, so it's not to say that after a long rest there might not be something waiting for us on the outside, but you can at least rest comfortably without having to worry about being ambushed or
Yay!
creeping up on you. The atmosphere inside is very dry, very comfortable. The temperature is a perfect 72 degrees. And there's a slight dim light all around us that lets everybody visibly see everyone. It's very comfortable. I'm going to sit down and start making tea.
So, are we going to wake up and have to make wisdom saving throws in this hallway? I'm just wondering if we're going to have to go through all that again.
Conrad is sleeping in his bag. His head is just the only thing that's sticking out.
It's a sleeping bag now.
Yeah, it's a sleeping bag.
Yeah, maybe we should have done this out in the main room, huh?
I think we'd. I don't know.
So how was your
Um,
guys' day?
you
I
in
got
this
impaled
room
by like
and
multiple
can't
spikes.
get him.
Do you
Yeah, it seems like you've had a worse day than us, Garren.
do you want to retroactively move Lehman's tiny hut outside?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, that would be nice.
that could be real. Yeah, no problem. All right.
Yeah,
So while you guys set up out here, it is now an hour and a half into the sesh, so we can take our 15-minute break.
Okay.
Yay.
So we take our short rest, and they take their short rest, and we'll be back 15 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I wasn't really looking for it. I was kind of like fending for my life when I was down there.
Got
So
it.
if there could be, I wasn't just focused on it. And even if I was, I probably wouldn't have
How did you
touched
get
it or
down
whatever.
there? How'd you get down there by yourself?
Well, after the wall ate me, it sent me into this weird room with these statues. And there's a corridor, a long hallway with nothing but like jagged knives and like a twisting floor. And I came across these vials also. He pulls them out in his bag. Like they appear to be like blood vials, but I'm not really sure who or what they belong to.
May I take a closer look at one of your vials?
Sure, go ahead. I've been trying to look at them, but I can't really decipher what it is. It's clearly blood. That's for sure.
I'm gonna sit cross-legged on the floor and take 10 minutes to cast detect magic on the vials and see if there's any magic emanating from the blood of any sort.
They are not magical.
All right.
Yeah, it's
I'm
4
gonna-
sopped vials, each containing 1 ounce of blood. One of the vials is spent.
All right. I'm gonna hand it back to him and say, "Gross."
Yeah. It
Oh
was
my god,
with this.
Garren.
It was with like this mage. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I was basically just gonna say where I grabbed them from. Yeah, I got it from like a cindered corpse that was like with like 3 flaming skulls and like a room. So I don't know why this person had them on them, but that's what I managed to grab while I scurried into my bag.
Did you say that it took blood to get out of the room you were stuck in?
Yeah, it took almost all my blood.
Perhaps,
And one of these vials.
perhaps the wizard carrying the vials knew that that trap was going to be there.
Perhaps. Still doesn't explain why he was trapped in a torture room with these skulls.
This is a strange place indeed.
Garren, like you totally missed. There are these like spiders and like these like half warrior, half spider things, and they were really tough, but we like totally kicked their ass. It was awesome. You should have been there.
I wish I was, honestly. But I was kind of like fending for my life. And honestly, when I went in through that, I wasn't expecting that wall to like eat me. I honestly thought it was just gonna open it or something, but like it literally dragged me. And I couldn't really hear you guys after that, and I really couldn't get out, so I was kind of
Yeah.
stuck there. Also, speaking of which, do any of you know how to read Abyssal? Because if you remember correctly, Conrad wrote down those words from those statues.
Conrad?
I mean, not Conrad. I mean, Garren. God, Conrad. He's stuck in my head. Yeah, Garren wrote down whatever those statues were saying.
I can translate them.
Andrew, if you would.
Do you have the script written down?
Yeah. Let me see here. It says, I don't know, Andrew. What does it say?
You're talking about the wall?
Yeah, those statues, those weird
Oh.
serpent things. Remember, you said that it had Abyssal. I wrote it down.
Oh, nice. Okay. Right. You can read Undercommon?
I have comprehend language. It's a level 1 ritual. So as long as we have 10 minutes, I can study the language and we'll be able to comprehend it.
Okay.
I don't know as far as like how that spell works. Once I read the language, can I translate for everyone else, or is it something that only I understand? And I don't know how that works. It just says understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface of what the words are written on. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text.
I see. Okay. So Garren wrote down what he could, and
That's 2 utility
casting.
spells that came in handy there. Look at that.
Look at this campaign, actually using utility spells. Go figure.
Yeah.
Never happens anywhere else. You touch the text here on this paper that's been written down, and you find out yes, it's undercommon. And looking back, roll a history check here.
Okay. I should have history as a +5. It says +3 on the sheet here.
Oh, it should have a proficiency bonus.
Oh, there we go. I
Add
think
to
I
it?
fixed it. Yeah, because I'm a noble. That gives me a.
Oh, you gotta add the noble background stuff. That's missing. Okay. Noble.
There we go.
Good grief. 22. Okay.
That's a better roll. Should we just add the 6 to the 8, to be fair, since that was my original roll?
No.
+6 to the 8? No.
22 is way cooler.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have a thing here, but I want to recontextualize it just a bit. So, you traveling into Bazikzan notice that the majority of the people that live here are dark elves. I believe that Aranel's initial kind of consideration about dark elves is that they live underground. It's weird to have a few cities above ground where the 95% of the populace is drow. And the reason for that, with your 22 history, is in this realm, in Exandria and in Jorhas, the name of the continent here, the drow have left their religion of the Lolth. A majority of them have moved to the surface world and are now worshipping a different god, a god of light and reincarnation. Because of that, they have some original trappings of the Underdark and drow and undercommon, so that's kind of why the language is here. So again, undercommon being used at this point of time is not normal. So this is ancient text you're looking at, clearly, because it would have to have been from the time when undercommon was more prevalent. The text reads, "Revel in the pain you inflict on others. Relish the pain you suffer yourself as an offering to the Crawling King." Again, with a 22 history, Crawling King links to one of the betrayer gods. One of the reasons why this place, the Betrayer's Rise, is so prevalent with demons, because that's what those gods did. They opened up a hell gate and allowed these creatures into the material plane. So, that's what you get on the text. That's what you get a 22 on for history.
Well, it seems this place is not unlike an onion. Just keep peeling back the layers, then we'll have it figured out in a matter of no time. Demons and hell gates, my kind of place.
Really?
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. So are you like a wizard?
Of sorts. I'm going to pull out my rapier and spin it around my wrist nimbly and then slide it back into its sheath.
So you're like a wizard with a sword?
And then I'll take a bow.
Okay. So should we get a move on?
Further down the rabbit hole, Alice.
I'm Chip.
Chap. Pardon
Chip.
Before we,
It's Chip.
Chap. Chap.
Uncut gems.
Conrad is going to use a spell slot to create an elixir while we're walking back into this hallway. Or actually, he's gonna actually do that while he's inside his bag, because this hallway like somehow pushes you down.
I'm going to put my hand out, see if the force came back after.
Nope.
Good.
I'm cartwheeling down that hallway. Ha
Roll athletics.
ha. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Woo, look at those cartwheels go. What a pro. Such finesse. What poise. 10 out of 10. The bodies that are on the wall, each of them hold up like a big sheet of paper with a number assigned to it, and like 10, 10, and the last one has like a 7.
The fucking Russian judge.
Okay. So Greg is at the end of the tunnel.
So what's the plan for getting down? We're going to secure the rope up here on something and then climb down to the suspended arms.
In the bag
I
you go.
Well,
Get in the bag right now.
I'm going to cast a minor illusion to make a miniature of the room that we're about to delve into from what I can remember from what my cat saw. So I can show everybody what the arms look like through the hole and kind of like trace a line saying this is where we should tie the rope maybe, or just use it as a visual for us to form a plan.
3 arms. Each arm has a strange purple pustule. It's a lot of peas in its palm.
Is there something here near the hole that we can secure one end of the rope to?
Lucky for you, there's a nest of chains here.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to look over at that lovely lady that had wings, and does she still have her wings? Or are they gone now?
At this point, they're gone.
Okay. Is flying still an option?
Flying would still be an option if we needed them to be. Yeah. Do we need my wings back?
Does the
Didn't
rope?
we? Didn't we already secure the rope before?
So we've got the rope secured to the chains, but is it long enough to reach all the way to the floor or to one of the arms?
Well, when I took it all the way down there, it doesn't touch the floor, but it's long enough that it can be tied off to one of the arms that's in the room so that it's secure all the way down, but it doesn't like touch the floor.
How far from the arms to the floor? Do we need to come back up for the rope? Or will we be able to get down once we get onto one of the arms?
I think we can get down once we get onto one of the arms. I can also help with having I can resprout my wings. So if we need to, you guys can climb down the rope and then I'll fly down, and if we need to, I can grab you off the end of the rope and kind of drop you off.
Well, I think the main thing for the wings would be to recover the rope, and let's just say I don't mind losing 50 feet of rope if that prevents you from having to sprout your wings if you're limited to how many times a day you can do that. So if we can
No,
get
I'm not
down.
limited at all.
Oh, you're not? Okay,
No.
well then let's do that, because if when we get down there, if you can go back up and get the rope, then we won't lose our rope.
Yeah,
if we-
absolutely.
I can
Alright.
also make an elixir that grants flight to one of you, if you don't want to waste it.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I've got the good youth and dexterity to climb down this rope, so I should be just fine once it's secured. That's speaking for me and me alone. I don't know how everybody else feels.
Yeah. Youth and beauty, of course.
Well, let's do this.
Muscles to do that too.
I've got muscles to spare.
So we're gonna tie one end of the rope to the chains,
Yep.
and then we're gonna let you fly down and secure the other end of the rope to the extended hand. Correct?
Yep. I'm on it.
All right. Whenever that's done, then we'll start climbing down the rope to the hands.
Yep, that sounds
Yeah.
like a plan.
All right. There's no particular order. I'll go ahead and slide down first, and
I'll slide down second.
I'll come after, I guess.
once we get to the hands, do we notice anything new in the rooms since we rested for 8 hours?
Nope.
Okay.
Although it is a new room too, yeah. Yeah. So you are on this arm. It is 30 feet off the ground.
Too much of a jump for me.
If you guys want to climb
There's-
down, there is a strength check for it.
You said there was like a pustule or something?
Oh yes. You are very close to a throbbing purple-black pustule.
Oh my
There's one
God, this
here,
is so
there's
gross.
one there, and there's one there.
I'm gonna kind of take a closer look and see if I recognize it from anything in my Arcana books or anything that I might have read about or recognize.
This is more of a history or religion roll.
Either one or my choice.
Either or, yeah, you can choose.
I'll do history.
Okay. With a 10, this is definitely some sort of mechanism. There's a puzzle in this room. And this is a puzzle piece.
I don't know. I think we should be careful around this for the time being, you guys.
I mean, it's a giant throbbing pustule. Like, I think I was gonna steer clear anyways.
Oh yeah. Also, while that we're down here, do we hear like those cries and stuff again?
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, okay, love it.
My comprehend language works for about an hour, so can I comprehend what the cries are saying in their language?
Incomprehensible.
Okay. Oh, shall we get the other end of the rope and climb down to the floor? Versus doing the strength check and climbing down without the rope?
Oh, is there a strength check only if we climb down without the rope, or?
Yeah, because I was thinking we would fly back up and get the other end of the rope, tie it down to the hand that we're standing on, and use the rope to get to the floor rather than free climb down to the floor, the 30 feet.
Right.
This is also the tallest arm. The one on the west is only 20 feet off the ground. Or sorry, is only 20 feet tall. And the one to the east is 40 feet tall.
How many
So how-
puzzles? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How tall is the one we're on now, then?
30 feet is what you had said.
I thought
you said it was the tallest one.
No, I think I got this in reverse. Hold on, sorry. So from the top of the hole to the arm is 30 feet. The arm to the floor is 70 feet.
Ah,
Okay.
Got that backwards.
we should use the rope to climb the rest of the way down just to make sure there's no useless injuries.
Yeah.
When I was in my 60s, I would have just climbed, but now that I'm in my 90s, it just makes more sense to use a rope.
So Ishanrai flies up, grabs the rope, comes down, drops the rope down.
Perfect.
And the rest of the party slides down. Okay, cool. All right. So everybody's on the floor surface.
How many pustules, pus things were there?
One for each hand.
One for each hand, okay.
Are these hands, like if we're standing on them, are we standing in the palm or are we standing on the back of the hand?
They're
Because it looks like
outstretched.
2 of them are like this, and it's like this.
Yeah, you got it right. This one is facing up. These palms are facing down.
Okay.
I guess we should go now. We're not doing anything in here.
Yeah, I think I want to like check out the hallways and stuff. Garren, you were in here before?
Yeah.
Like, which direction did you come from?
Oh, if you see over there, you see that trail of blood that's leading down that corridor to the left?
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, that
Yeah.
blood could be from anything in here, honestly, so.
No, I think it was for me. I was kind of like losing a lot while I
I
was
just
walking down
mean,
this.
like, yeah, like if you hadn't told me that was your blood, I wouldn't necessarily have assumed because, there's like been lots of blood and monsters and shit in here, so. Yeah. I guess I'll check out the other hallway then.
That's good call.
Down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Greg's coming with you, looks like. Oh. Everybody's
I'm
coming
gonna
along?
follow.
Oh, we didn't get the cat.
Oh, the kitty.
Gotta bring the cat over too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the cat just ride up on my shoulder, so it will move with me for now.
Okay. Sounds good.
Come on, Smiles.
There's a corner over here.
Yeah.
Should we send the cat down the possibly trap-ridden hallway before we all roll down there, or Smiles is great at avoiding those things.
Yeah, go ahead and send the cat down the creepy hallway.
Yeah, I usually let her face all that down. I'm gonna focus and concentrate so I can see through the kitty's eyes.
Okay. So, you send the cat down, and there is a tunnel that leads to 3 entrances.
There's a tunnel down the hallway that leads to 3 entrances, you guys.
So you get 3 choices here. The first tunnel, lit by a violet continual flame spell. The next one is lit by a red continual flame spell. And the final entrance is shrouded in impenetrable magical darkness.
Nice mood lighting.
Does this look familiar to anything you guys might have seen before I came along?
Not really.
Yeah.
So, once you get here, we're going to pause, and you have to make some choices. The red, the violet, the red, and the magical darkness.
I mean, there's nothing. Go ahead.
Sorry, just to clarify, this is number 1 or this is number 3?
This is a jumbled mess of a labyrinth in which there are no true paths. So we're going to theater of mind this, where I give you prompts and then you make decisions and I let you know what the outcomes are.
Is there anything written on the walls? Anything, any text anywhere, any kind of hints other than the light at the beginning of those tunnels?
There is not.
Well, then I say we go to the purple one, because the purple is my favorite color.
Yeah, purple's nice.
Purple is much better than red in this situation.
I don't like dark. The dark is no good. I don't like red either. I think we do purple.
You can't see in the dark?
I can see in the dark. I just don't like the dark.
Oh.
It's magical
I'm a high
darkness,
elf,
by
not
the
a
way.
dwarf.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would know that.
Right,
It
right.
was magical at this point.
Okay. Well, I mean, some of you can have dark vision and notice that you can't see through it.
Oh yeah, I guess I would see that.
Yeah. So, the violet continual flame spell corridor is chosen. You go through it. You end up on the opposite end, and the 3 options are presented to you for a second time.
The same 3?
Correct.
Interesting.
Anybody else have deja vu?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I do.
So are we still team purple, or like are we gonna
don't-
switch it up?
I don't see any reason to switch up what we're doing. I say we just keep going purple. I mean, there's no
Whatever.
logic behind randomizing the colors. I say we stick with one color and keep that direction.
Okay.
Still nothing written on the walls or no scribing, nothing to give hints of a certain to make one more unique than the other than a spell of darkness, the red flame and the purple flame. It's the only things that distinguish the 3.
Frustratingly so.
Okay, yeah. I say we stick with purple.
If anybody wants to make a religion check at this intersection, you are free to do so as the party moves on to the 3rd fork in the road, in which the 3 options present themselves once again.
All right.
Katie, religion, stupid, who cares? Ooh. Okay. So Ishanarai thinks religion is dumb. Whatever. Unreal. Let's see. Rack your brain a little bit here. You know a bit about religious stuff. You managed to crack the last thing. The previous room that you were in has to do with one of the betrayer gods that deals with hunger. And one of that god's commandments is seek and exalt places where no light touches.
So we should have gone through the dark corridor. If we were following the god of hunger, is kind of what I get from that.
So I am going to pose a question. Or an idea, actually. We don't know if we're going in circles. So we need to find a way to start laying a trail of something behind ourselves so we know if we're just circling the same pathway constantly.
That's a great idea.
Because right now we're just banking on our memory, and this is tunnels and caves and they all look the damn same.
Does anyone have ink and possibly a feather or something that we could mark the walls with? We could use the vial of blood.
I mean, I've got bread. We could do breadcrumbs.
Do breadcrumbs, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
breadcrumbs would work.
Okay. So we want to start leaving the breadcrumbs right in front of the purple entryway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then do we want to continue to go down the purple entryway, or based on what I've kind of surmised from a religious background, the god of hunger says to seek the rooms that have no light. And we know that one of these hallways, all the light's been snuffed out of it.
Yeah, I
We can do that.
guess.
I am at a loss of what to do or which direction to go. So, as far as the party goes, if you guys want to keep following the purple, I'm down for that too.
I mean, we can go. From what you've said, that I think we should go to the magical darkness. As much as it hurts to say.
Okay. Does everybody else feel the same way?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So this time, let's leave the breadcrumbs in front of the room for the magical darkness. I say we leave it right in front of the room, whichever one we go through each time.
Agreed. That way we can track where it is that's functioning or not.
Okay. So, party. You traveled first through the tunnel of purple light. You did it a second time, and now you have traveled through the way that is with impenetrable magical darkness. And after you've taken three choices, which is a very exhausting and long travel, you find yourselves at the beginning of this labyrinth, exhausted. With the exhausted condition, everybody now has disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh no. Oh no.
That wasn't good.
Well, shall we try again and stick to the hallways that have no light all three times?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best idea currently.
Should we rest first for a while and see if we can shed some of this exhaustion, or just go for it?
You have to do a long rest, and sadly, you can't do more than one long rest a day.
Okay, so then we just need to push on then.
I guess.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. I think we stick with the breadcrumb idea just in case we backtrack, or just so we can, have some evidence of our last roll. So
Is there
Pull out a
breadcrumbs in this
second loaf of bread because I ate the first one.
yeah, I'll be curious to see if there is breadcrumbs in the third room, because that's when we started leaving the breadcrumbs. We didn't leave them in the first two hallways. So I would say that we go through the dark hallway all three times.
Chip, is the bread sliced?
No.
Nasty.
What?
Just eating full loaf of bread.
Yes.
Looks delicious.
We've been walking for a while. I got hungry. I just happen to have multiple loaves of bread in my bag.
I can slice those for you if you like.
There's something, personally, there's something really satisfying about just like grabbing a big chunk of bread
Mm-hmm.
from a loaf.
Agreed. Okay, so we're going to make our way down the first dark corridor after leaving a small chunk of bread in front of the entryway.
Small chunk of bread at the entryway. Go through impenetrable magical darkness corridor number 1. You are presented with the 3 options again. And according to your plan, you go through the impenetrable magical darkness and you lay another breadcrumb there.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the third fork. The breadcrumb that was left at the magical darkness is missing. the one that you had placed there, is no longer there, and what has been left behind is some scribbling on the ground.
What does the scribbling say?
Thank you.
Well, we know it wasn't a rat.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew, I want to do something.
Do something.
I have I'm gonna burn 3 of my psi points, and I have what is called perfect sense. So I gain a keen sense of smell and instinct to detect prey. I can see invisible creatures and invisible objects within 10 feet of me, even if I am totally blind. It lasts for an hour.
Nice.
You're looking for what goes bump in the night?
I am looking for whatever just scribbled thanks on the floor.
Which may also go bump in the night.
Yes, which may also go bump or squeak in the night.
Roll insight.
$22.
You use this ability and you look at that text. It doesn't look like the text was written on your side of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the text was written on what's like protruding. It's like a bump. It's not a depression like you would if you were right. As if it's presenting.
Okay.
I think what you can discern with your ability is that the labyrinth is speaking pleasantries.
Is the labyrinth alive?
Is the labyrinth alive? Who knows?
I mean, that's a thought.
Oh, good.
The area that we're in that has the 3 doors, is it pretty well lit? Is it kind of dark in some areas?
Well,
Like, is there a way that Smiles could possibly hide in the corner?
Are you? Oh, okay. There's a lot of nooks and crannies in this labyrinth here. If you want to tuck your cat in somewhere, that's possible.
Okay. Shall we leave another piece of bread and carry on with our process and see where we end up after the 3rd dark door?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave Smiles behind to keep an eye on the bread.
Poor Smiles.
I'm confused. Why are you guys leaving bread again?
Well, it was in case that we needed to backtrack. And now it doesn't seem like we really need to backtrack at all, but something did take the last bread, so we might as well leave another one to see if they take it again. And maybe through Smiles we can see what else is down here with us that's writing thank you for taking chunks of bread. Just an idea. But yeah, I think originally we were leaving the bread thinking that we would end up somewhere and possibly need to backtrack. But we ended up back at the start after just 3 doors.
Yep.
So I'm guessing that when we go through this dark door, that we're going to end back at the start again, and that there's some kind of combination between the 3 doors, that we have to hit a different door for each, and that maybe the solution to that puzzle could be back in the room with the pus hands. That maybe there's some kind of like, like a certain door we have to go through, like, purple dark, red. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of like puzzle here, but there's no identifying markers. There's no leads to what the answer to that puzzle would be. So I say we just try this final door, leave Smiles behind to see if there's something following us or alive down here with us, and then possibly go back and scope out that room with the pus hands to see if there's some hints on what doors to go through.
Right.
What do you guys think?
I mean, we're standing in front of the last door, the third door, right?
The
Or are
third
we-
corridor, yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like let's just go through and see what happens.
Okay. I'm going to tell Smiles to kind of hide over the little nook and cranny where they just kind of lay down and tuck her tail in and just be out of sight. We'll leave that chunk of bread in and go through the last door.
Okay. Got it. I need to know the marching order because it's starting to get pretty thin in this tunnel. So walking side by side no longer possible. We got to be in single file here.
So yeah, let's put the tank Ishanrai in front.
The tanky Shadowrai, clearly. Back home they call her the Juggernaut. So Ishanarai, Greg, you're next. Or Nat. Nat, you're muted, by the way. I don't know if you've been talking this whole time.
I put BRB.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have him second.
I was just joking about Ishanrai being tankier than Greg, by the way. So that's between you guys.
Ishanarai, are you okay being in the front?
I mean, either first or second, in a lot of ways, because he has more physical body armor than I do. I think he ought to take front and center, but I'll run right behind him.
Okay,
So who's going to be taking the brunt force of it? Because I have a potion that could be useful.
Greg has what we say in Magic the Gathering as a big butt. So.
Okay, well, if that's the I'll hand him a potion of resistance, which grants the drinker bonus of +1 AC for 10 minutes.
Amazing.
He doesn't have to drink it right away, but if we get into combat, he should drink that.
Okay, and where are you, Dr. Garren, in this lineup?
Probably in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go
if
after
possible.
Ishanrai. Or unless I don't know what
And
sorry, what is your character's name again, Jameson?
Aranal, and I don't mind going right after that tank or before. It doesn't. I'll be good for either one of those. Anariel is my character's name. Anariel.
Anariel?
Mm-hmm.
Is Anariel beefy or?
No, but has some good defenses and is quite slippery. So.
All right, I'll go behind you then because I have really low AC.
That's a good call. I have a beefy AC and can pop that up a little higher when needed. So,
I'm back.
Okay, so Greg Fist, you have been handed a resilience potion from Dr. Garren if you would like to imbibe it and increase your AC by 1, but you have been elected front of the group. So, Mr. Face, will you move forward?
I will.
Okay, so we are going to speed you up along the way, and let me just move this, and you're going to be able to, and I think fairly, you'll stop right here, okay? You have difficulty seeing this, even if it wasn't magical, you have difficulty seeing, but you can tell that this is the end of the labyrinth, and if you proceed any further, you must proceed on hands and knees through a small crawl space. but there is a room at the end of the crawl space. What is beyond it? Once again, you do not have the perceptibility to find out.
Well, I'll go in there and crawl under.
Okay. So you crawl under, and in this much larger room, you find that you fall a little bit after you've gotten to the end of this crawl space. If you want to climb down, because it's 40 feet, it's 40 feet off the ground. If you want to climb down, I need you to make an athletics check.
I'm good at these famous last words. 20.
Ooh, you are good at these. Yeah, so you can crawl down. So 45 feet. It's pretty far. But you get to the bottom, and you're in a room. It's very dark here. The room has black stone walls, and if you touch them, there are deep gouges. You can see there's a corner right next to you. It's an alcove, so it dips in. That seems to be the fashion of the room, alcove after alcove along the exterior of this room. And you hear, maybe 30 feet from where you are, the sound of bubbling.
What is that?
It's a
Wanna
little,
explore a little further, guys?
You step a little bit further, and there's a bit of red there. It seems to be a large pot. And it's not a bubbling, it's actually a boiling. In the middle of this room, there's a pool filled with boiling blood. And there are two creatures in the pool.
Oh.
Very tall, 7 foot tall. Green skin, horned mouths. These look like orcs. 7 foot tall orcs. One of them is pouring blood from a golden bowl over the other's head. While this is happening, Anaril, you get an alert from Smiles. The labyrinth behind you seems to be pushing and closing and crunching like a mouth.
Gonna go down here. You guys might wanna come inside.
I'm gonna kind of yell out, "What do you say?"
Well, there's
Is it
this
sa-
7 feet tall orc and and they're in a boiling pot of blood, and one's pouring, like, has a golden bowl and pouring blood over the other guy. You guys should probably come in here.
Who's next after him in the lineup?
Ishanurai.
All right, well, I'll just wait to see what you do, since it's a one.
The orcs snarl at hearing this conversation, which is not very well hidden, because he's very far away. In order for your voice to carry, you'd have to yell a pretty far distance. We're gonna have to roll initiative here, y'all.
All right,
Okay.
let's get in there. Let's get in there. Take them out.
Pull out the turn order here.
Also, watch your step.
Watch your step. It's a doozy.
Yeah, never mind the 7 foot orcs. Be careful, don't trip.
40 feet drop.
But true.
All right. So to roll initiative, usually I have my API running here, but it's decided to bug out as per the usual. No. Let's
Hey, are
see.
we
It's
still
cleaned up.
exhausted?
It's cleaned up. Oh,
The nat
I
20.
hey. Well, so
Oh
many
yeah. Does that
initiatives.
mean that you rolled a 13 on your athletics? Is it
1
disadvantage?
second. Okay. So those are some initiative rolls here. Let me change the ones that you guys have drawn. Let's see. Nat with a 5. Chip with an 18. Shanrai with a 15. And where are you? Anariel with a 17. Did we get a roll from Garren?
Yep, it's 16. I just rolled.
16. Okay.
It wasn't rolling for some reason.
All right. Does anyone want to re-roll their initiatives?
I do.
Okay. Greg with a 5. Wow. It was already 0. And then I moved it up to 5 and it went back to 0.
Oh my god.
It doesn't even matter.
Friend.
Yeah. Greg is not ready.
This game hates your face. Okay. If the music is loud, feel free to go into the audio jukebox and customize the volume for yourself. All right. So.
I can't even hear music right now.
Oh, maybe it's very low. I have it turned off, so I can't tell either way. Okay, Chip. You hear the rumbling sounds behind you of the labyrinth.
I will, I guess I can walk through them, right? Because they're allies.
Yes.
But it's 45 feet down in front of Ishanarai, right?
Yes.
So that's actually 55 feet of movement.
Ouch.
All right.
I'm not gonna. If you're climbing, yes. If you're falling, we're not gonna count that as movement.
Oh, 45 feet though. I take some damage.
4d6. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad for my amount of hit points. So I am going to, I guess, use the dash action and go up. Would it be an action to tie a rope so that other people can follow, or is that like a object interaction?
There's nowhere to tie it to. I guess you could
Okay.
hand it to somebody and they could hold it for others, but that's really it.
Okay. I will climb then.
Okay. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everybody real quick?
Constitution?
At disadvantage because of exhaustion.
No, not a disadvantage.
Nah, that's just ability checks.
Oh yeah, that's ability. Oh, I thought it was for both.
No,
Another
that's
nat 20.
exhaustion too. Nice. Okay, so Greg, Anariel, both of you do not have exhaustion. However,
Right.
Chip, Ishanarai, and Garren, both of you are still suffering exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want me to roll athletics to climb?
Yes.
Okay, disadvantage. Let's see what happens. That's an 8.
That is an 8. Would you have fallen or made the decision not to travel down?
Honestly, I think I would have fallen.
Okay. So let's get the bludgeoning damage here. It is 12 points of bludgeoning damage as Chip slams into the floor.
You okay,
Uncharacteristic.
What was that?
Uncharacteristic.
You okay, Chip?
Yeah, very uncharacteristic. Oh my god, I'm so tired. So that was 5, 10, 45, 55, so I can go one more space. And I think that is all I'm going to do. Oh, I can give some bardic. I will give. Who is still exhausted?
Me.
Okay, you got some bardic.
Yay.
Did my bardic run out from?
Yeah, it
No,
only lasts 10 minutes.
that was
It's
last.
only 10 minutes.
That was yesterday. Well, last
Yeah.
long rest, of course it did.
Yeah. Oh, that's me.
Okay. That's Chip. Now it's Garren. Trying to get my audio to work too. It's so quiet.
So we have to climb to get over there.
You have to climb to get to the bottom because it's a 45-foot drop.
And Garren just get in his bag and then just jump off with it.
There's the
How to
sound.
negate fall damage 101.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in another plane of it. Or should I? I'm gonna stop abusing the bag of holding. But
Never.
alright, I'll climb down.
Now it's your thing. It's your gimmick.
Oh, so now I have to. Alright, so if Garren gets in his bag and then just jumps off and then gets inside it.
It's your whole character arc.
Yep, that's all that's going for Garren. Just a bag.
Is that what you do? Do you throw the bag over with you inside it?
Yeah, so I get in the bag and I'm like crawling at the edge and then I toss myself in there and then I shove my head inside the whole entire bag. That's
The bag has to take some damage. Come on, bag.
I can carry the bag down with me.
Oh!
you know you could also do that. That's also viable.
If you want to just climb in there and hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Get in the bag.
Yeah, okay.
Get in the bag. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Alright, is that everything you can do, Garren?
Yeah.
Think so. Okay. Let's go to Ishanarai.
All right. I want to try and make it down there.
Okay. So that is an athletics roll.
Oh.
$13 is 13 is completely legit. You are free to travel down there onto that floor.
Great. Okay.
Take a look at the room. Pool full of blood. 2 orcs there. One pouring blood on the other.
I'm assuming they know we're there.
100%.
Have they made any attempt to move towards us?
They have started to snarl and turn to you, but that is all.
Okay, then I'm not gonna provoke an attack. I'm just gonna wait here. I'm just gonna kind of step off to the side a little bit. And then I'm just gonna stand and wait. Since they're not attacking him, I'm not gonna provoke an attack.
Alright. Sounds good. It is now their turn. They bellow a prayer. And you can hear it is an abyssal language, but very clearly the name Grumush is spoken. And then there is a loud slamming sound as 2 stone slabs, one in the north and one in the south, come crashing down, sealing this room.
Oof.
Does it seal the? It doesn't seal where we came in, right?
Does not seal where you came in.
But I guess the labyrinth's being gobbled anyways.
Maybe. Now that they are praying to Grumush, the pool of blood is not just boiling, it is now overflowing into the room.
That's not good.
The boiling blood is flooding in the room, and you can see that it is rising at a rate of 5 feet per minute. But that is their whole turn as we move to Anaral. Anaral, you don't know what's going on. You just know there's a munchie sound behind you.
Yeah. Is Garren inside his bag?
Garren's arms and feet are safely in the vehicle.
Okay, I'm gonna slap that over my shoulder and make an attempt to climb down.
Okay. Athletics check, please.
Oh, maybe I should just use. Maybe I should use Misty Step. All right, let's see. It's +0.
Oof.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna fall and take this bludgeoning damage. Let's see.
Does he take it in the bag, or just can I hold the bag in at my stomach so he doesn't take any of the hit?
He wouldn't take the hit. The bag would take the hit.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I could just throw him over the side and then climb down more safely. Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Sure. So we're gonna take 14 hit points off you there.
Okay.
And you are going to elegantly fall onto the floor.
Okay.
And I think.
Remember, you do have 9 HP.
Oh yeah.
I do have the temporary HP. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So that happens. The party is now on the surface here. There's 2 war chiefs here. Corrupted orcs. They are wearing the armor of the Aurora Watch, the guard that you had met outside of the Betrayer's Rise. Looks like everybody's getting corrupted in here. You still have a bonus action if you wish to use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Blade Song for my character.
Sick. What does that look like when you do it?
I'm gonna pull out my rapier and wave in a circle around my head, and as I do, a small stream of like shiny kind of dust kind of falls around me, and I all of a sudden look slightly taller, but then slightly less easy to see at the same time, like almost slightly blurry.
All right. This is my cheap rendition of Blade Song. Okay, so that's gonna be your turn, and then what happens to the cat?
The cat's gonna jump down and just aim for me, and I'm gonna try to catch it, if that's possible, or maybe
Alright.
it just lands on me.
No, try to catch a cat.
All right.
What is cat catching roll? Acrobatics for the cat. Cat acrobatics. Let me see. So we're gonna roll dexterity here. It's +2. That's an 18. Hey.
All right. Kitty lands on his feet.
Yeah, tuck and roll. Okay. That's you. That's Cat. Greg.
Alright. Going to. I am going to do. Nope. I can't reach them, so.
Why not? You're too far
Hmm?
away? Are they too far away?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
sadly. So I'm just gonna throw my 2 hand axe at them.
Okay. Chuck some hand axes.
Whoosh. Ooh, 1920.
Nice.
Oh. Well, everything hits clearly.
Woo woo!
And I'm gonna color code these so I know who it is that you're attacking. Probably the red one, yeah?
Yeah, the red one.
Okay. So that's a total of... What is that? 24 damage? Big chunky attacks coming out of Greg here. Tossing a couple of hand axes, sinking into this orc. They don't like it. Very upset. They're in the middle of a religious ceremony. You... Not a good guy here, Greg. What are you doing? It's really intolerant of you.
They are trying to... I know what they're trying to do. They said they locked us in here. And they're trying to boil us alive. I'm not going to stand for that.
Well, believe it or not, you are standing for being boiled alive because the blood beneath you hits you for 5 damage, as it is boiling and it hurts. Sorry, 7 fire damage from this boiling blood. That is at the end of your turn. That is the end of your turn, right? 2 attacks and a
No,
movement.
I have, let's see. I'll use this, I guess. Wait, never mind. I don't need to use it. Everyone has, the thing
Full
with Bob, so I don't need to use it.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
got the
you can't
boost.
stack it.
All right, Greg, we're gonna
So
go
yeah, that's
next.
the end of the
Okay.
turn.
Okay. Chip. See Greg
Alright.
waiting over there, blood spilling all over the room.
Yeah, is there blood everywhere?
Everywhere.
Okay.
And it's hot.
I guess I don't see anything I can climb up onto. All right. I think it's time to bring out the squad. And I'm going to cast mirror image.
Cool.
So Ishanarai still has Bardic. I'm going to toss a Bardic at Garren. Garren, you got this.
Let's give Garren a flag of inspiration. Garren, it is your turn.
Yeah, I know it's my turn.
Do I
I'm
take
figuring out
damage?
what
You do take 7 points of fire damage from the boiling blood.
Oh, I thought it would rise like I thought after a minute we'd be taking damage.
After a minute, you'll be 5 feet deep in blood.
Wait, so
It will be over my head.
Oh, I underestimated how much 5 feet is.
So we need to climb.
God damn it! I got in a bag to get down here. And now you're telling me that I need to get in a bag to get up. Oh shit! All right. So is from getting like, can I roll like an insight to see what the party's thought is in this, or do I know that the party wants to dip, or do they want to continue fighting?
I think you can ask. Who you want to ask?
Yeah, like, well, anybody that's near me, whether it's Ishara or Chip, maybe Greg, that's like in the blood.
I don't think there's an exit.
Finder's always up.
What's the chances that this blood is rising because of these two orcs?
I mean, they did say something, and then the blood started to overboil. So
Maybe we need to kill them before the blood gets too deep.
Oh, right.
I
Yes. Killing's not really my thing, but I will incapacitate them as much as I can. But alright, Conrad is gonna prick his finger on one of the bolts and he's gonna use Crimson Ray. He takes 3 damage. And he's gonna shoot. The red one's the one that's more injured, right?
Yes, Greg has sunk 2 hand axes into the red one.
Right. And I'm gonna lift my light crossbow and shoot it. For 21.
21 totally hits.
And then Crimson Right damage. So 8 piercing and 3 lightning damage.
Big hits. Yeah, that shot that you do, creature takes full damage, doesn't seem resistant to any of it.
Oh, I can use the inspiration, right? Wait, was it Bardic inspiration?
Yeah, Bardic.
It's Chip's
Like,
You can add
inspiration.
you can add damage to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. What is it? Is it a D8?
D8, yeah.
Oh, look at that, 2 damage. Yeah, you
Ah.
take that extra 2 damage.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. It's a big hit.
Mm.
Ain't nothing. Okay.
Got his ear.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
That is all that he can do, I guess. Like, I guess bonus action, drop his bag. Or not, like, just ready his bag to, like, get in it again. But
Bonus
that's
action
it.
ready bag. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And don't forget, 7 bubbling blood damage from the boiling blood at your feet. So you're going to take 7 damage there, and then we are going to move to Ishanarai. What are we going to do? Katie, you're there, right? I can't hear you. Oh, maybe she's not there?
Did we lose one?
Maybe. Okay, we're gonna skip. She can get her turn back when she's back. Okay. So, these orcs here, first off, they are going to scream a war cry, a battle cry, and gain advantage on their attacks. And they are going to get smart. Let's move. Oh. Maybe her microphone died. Oh, she's in the AFK channel. Okay, maybe not. Okay. So they can go this far, and then they are going to use aggressive, which is a bonus action, and move their movement speed again towards a hostile creature. So move on to Chip.
Alright.
And this one is going to do the same to... Nope, not Ishanarai. That's dangerous. Gonna go to Garren.
Oh.
Okay. So that is their movement and bonus action. And then they will multi-attack with their great axes. Oh no, no great axes, only spears. Merp, merp. Okay, 2 hits. 1, 2. It's a 24 and a 23 to hit.
Sorry, let me look up the spell again. So I think the 24 is gonna hit because I rolled a 4 for mirror image. So that's gonna get through to me. And then the second one is going to take out one of my duplicates.
Understood. That's good because the first hit is way weaker than the second hit. So
Good.
the first hit is going to do a mighty 7 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
And the other one was going to do 14 points of piercing damage. So very good there. Now.
Ooh, mirror image.
Can I cast a reaction, Silvery Barbs, to make them re-roll the die 20 that landed the 7-point hit?
Yeah.
So I'd like to do that. It's a reaction spell that has Silvery Barbs come out of the ground, distracts him right when he's about to swing, and makes him re-roll that swing. And then I should be able to select a party member to give advantage to on a saving throw or attack roll on our next turn.
Cool.
That'll be a first level spell.
Second roll is a 9, so that misses.
Perfect. So she doesn't lose the 7 points.
Does not lose.
And then,
nice.
and then I'm gonna give Greg advantage on his next attack roll or saving throw.
Ooh, advantage. Let's demark that with a little bit of graphic.
Now, I'm not seeing how to track my spell slots on this character sheet. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this one, so I'm gonna track it on my other sheet. But
oh yeah, let me fill these out here. So 2, 4, 3. Okay, now I know you use comprehend languages, so that would be down a spell slot.
Well, that was a ritual.
Oh, so that's not down spell slot. Okay.
Yeah, so I should have full spell slots.
Lehman's tiny hut, post long rest. So that's
also
returned.
A ritual though.
Yeah. So only the silvery barbs.
Correct. Level 1 spell slot.
Okay. So we'll drop it down 1. So 3 spell slots remaining. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, sir, for doing that.
Cool. No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay. Attacking Garren. 2 spear attacks. 1, 2. Ooh, okay, a 21 and a 22 to hit. For a total of 21 piercing damage.
Damn.
And then I think we are going to assign the boiling blood damage to them as well. However, they are actually resistant to fire. So they'll only be taking half of that boiling blood damage. But they get it too. Oh no! Alright. Cool. So, Riv, did you get that damage?
The 7 from the...
No, it was 21 piercing damage from the spear of the orc.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's the orc's turns, and then it's Anaril's turn. Anaril, what you doing?
Okay, sorry about that. So jeez. What do we want to do, man? What is the situation with the boiling blood? It goes up each round 5 feet?
In a minute, it'll be 5 feet.
In 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. So we are at round 2 currently.
Okay. Let's see. I think what I'll do is move towards the blue dot one is the one that was injured, or the red dot.
So you can see there's an aura around the token. Green means you're fully healthy. Yellow
Gotcha.
means you're somewhere in the middle, and red is you're terrible.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, I'm gonna move up towards the red dot one and get in his space, and then attack with booming blade.
Sick.
So how do I do that on my character sheet here?
So let's see. Booming blade over here. Oh. What's the spell description on booming blade here? You brandish the weapon using spells casting. Make a melee attack with it against a creature. On hit, the target suffers a weapon attack's normal effects and then becomes sheathed in booming energy.
But at my level, at level 5, it's my normal weapon attack plus a 1d8, and then if he moves, it's 2d8 thunder damage. If he moves before my next turn.
I see. Okay. So, your weapon is a rapier?
1d8 plus 3.
Okay. So, click on the rapier in
Okay.
the middle of your character sheet where it says attacks and spellcasting. 24. Sick hit.
Alright.
Absolutely. And then if you click on the word rapier in the chat, it'll roll your damage.
Alright.
So that's 11, and that's just regular damage. And then your booming blade has 2d8 thunder on top of it.
No, it's 1d8 thunder, and then if he moves before my next turn, then he takes an additional 2d8.
Okay.
Does he have to move willingly?
It has to be willingly, yeah. If you try to knock him or shove him or move him like unwillingly, then it doesn't take effect. It only takes effect if he moves willingly. So it'll be an additional 1d8 in thunder damage on top of the 11. How should I roll that?
So you can roll like /roll space 1d8. There's also a die roller on the left in the toolbar. So
There we go. So that's an additional 2 points of damage.
thunder
so 13
damage.
total.
Okay. 13. Nice. Love to see it. No resistance is there. You slash at this creature. There's a whole lot more of blood being spilled. Maybe that's a bad thing. Blood touches you. It is boiling. You would take 7 points of fire damage here. So the way you subtract health in here is you can click on your token and 3 bubbles appear. The green bubble is your health. If you click in that bubble and you type in -7, enter, it'll calculate for you.
And I'm doing that because anytime you attack them, you take fire damage? Is that?
Because you are standing in boiling blood.
Got it.
And
Can I
this-
use Absorb Elements?
Interesting. Yes.
That would be a reaction, though, wouldn't it?
Right. And usually
Okay, I'm gonna not use it. I'm gonna not use it at this point. So I'm just gonna take the 7. But I wasn't sure if I could use Absorb Elements against boiling blood, or if that had to be an attack from one of the ogres or something.
yeah, fire is an element.
Okay, so all right.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Cool. So you did a movement, you took your attack with your cantrip here. I believe that is the end of your turn.
The very last thing, can I use a bonus action to have my familiar help Greg on his next attack?
If your cat walks to Greg to help, would he provoke the attack of opportunity from the red orc right next to it? Do you care?
Yeah. Actually, I'm assuming so, yeah. So, no, I'll just leave him there. I'll let him stay
It's a
kind of hidden.
pretty burly cat at this point. The temporary hit points.
Doesn't he already have advantage on his next attack? Isn't that what that?
Oh,
true,
yeah,
too.
that maybe Garren is who I should send the cat to help then, not Greg.
I think like for the help action for like attacks, if you use the help action, yeah, you use on the enemy, if I'm not mistaken, to distract them.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was looking to see if it was possible to do, but I do believe that he's right next to Garren as is, so could I just have that like as a ready action to help Garren if he attacks?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
that's completely fine.
All right, well then I'll end my turn there.
Okay. So, with that, it is 14 minutes past the end time of our game. So I will say, very cinematically, the party's in a room filling full of boiling blood, while two giant creatures are slamming at them with spears and running frantically fast. As the room is shut down, and your guys' current plan strategy is defeat these creatures and see if that stops what's happening. Uh, Excellent, awesome, wonderful. That is the end of the session. Good job, everybody. Nobody died. We love that.
Hooray.
Okay. So, James, at the end of our games, we do stars and wishes. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Mm-mm.
It is we say something, we say a star, which is something cool that happened in the game that's not related to us. So you can
Okay.
give a star to somebody who did something awesome and memorable. And a wish is something that you hope will happen in a future session that I will endeavor to make become real. So,
Okay.
let's I will demonstrate and then we'll pass it around according to the order on the Discord. So Nat would be after me. So for Star, I really like that everybody came together and said we need to go find Garren. That was like word one, and then everybody was like yes, because Garren was missing for like 75% of last session. So that was cool. And Star, I hope you guys are enjoying these puzzles because they're weird. And I hope
Painful.
they're and painful. So I hope the pain is fun. Oh, Katie just messaged me on Discord. Oh, her computer broke.
Oh.
Gross.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's
Let's see if I can pull her back in. Katie. Ah. Still frozen, I guess. Alright. So that's me. Nat, you're next.
well. I will give my star for to Dr. Garren for not dying, and and my wish is to be able to make it out of here alive.
Never.
We'll see about that.
I guess so. Okay. Alright, who's next? Who's not Katie's not here. Yeah, James, you're up. Stars and wishes.
Okay. I suppose the star would be for Garren putting himself in his own bag of holding. That's pretty clever and funny. I like that. And my wish is for us to come across some sort of creature that's a bit like a kangaroo that we could put the bag of holding in its pouch and possibly have that be Garren's mount in the future. Would be pretty cool.
Show me the marsupials.
Yeah, the interdimensional marsupial.
Pouchception. So goofy. Yeah, shit, I'm here for it. You guys have no idea how many times I moved the camera around. Okay, who's next? Star, you're next.
Okay. Star. Well, okay. I like the getting in the bag of holding. The bag of holding is the safe place. Gimmick. I like that you're sleeping in the bag of holding now. I think that's funny. And I liked all the casting all the utility spells. It was like really fun to see that. Yeah, all the ritual spells. I thought that was really cool in the tiny hut. And wish. I guess I wish that everybody can come back next time and play some more. It's nice to have my fellow bard around, so
Oh, Morris, we're calling you out, bud.
yeah.
Show up.
Morris.
Like I said, he's
Yeah.
probably a secret dad.
Well, in that case, no hard feelings. I just would be fun.
Okay. Next is Riv, is Dr. Garren.
I guess star to you for letting me get out of that death trap without like cutting myself even more than I already did in that room.
That wasn't me at all. That was you, completely.
Oh, for real? Even with the vials of blood, I'm still not sure what those things do, but if that's the case, then sweet. And then I guess a star for Ishara carrying me back with the party in a bag of holding. You know, and I'm glad that I survived that ordeal. And a wish is I don't know. I mean, I'm alive. Wish is that I can get out of this temple of death traps in one piece, and so as well as a party.
Your story arc is so weird right now because you were supposed to be a doctor and now you're just everybody's clutch. You're just
Yeah,
it's a weird.
I mean, honestly, it's really weird. I know.
It didn't. It wasn't supposed to be this way, and now.
Well, because I was honestly put myself in this situation where I don't kill people, I don't hurt anybody. That's my whole deal, and like now I'm in this death trap of like a temple, and I'm like kind of just like there.
Well, it's a very very fun. Love the session absolutely. I'll let you guys know for those of you that care. I am going to change the session next week, so the whatever money is generated from these sessions actually gets diverted to the charity that I'm working next week, the Equality and Justice Institute there.
Cool.
So that's where this money's
Very
going
cool.
now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Hey, that's the end of the game. James, if you have an opportunity, and Katie, I don't know if you can hear me, can you guys drop a review on Start Playing Games, because
Sure.
it's super helpful for me to get more games going, and I'm trying to have games going every day of the week, maybe twice a day.
For sure. You did a great job too. I really appreciate it. It was very nice to meet all of you guys.
Yeah,
And
nice
I'll be
meeting you.
back for the next session. So the next session won't be next week. Is that that's the plan?
No, it's next week. We are playing. It's
next
just
Sunday at 8 p.m. again?
yes. It's
Central time?
the only difference is I'm not taking any of the money. That's all.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, perfect. Okay, so next week we'll go to charity. Got you.
That's
okay,
it.
man. I'll be on next week. I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys again.
Sick. I love a Blade Song Wizard.
Yeah, this
I'm
is my
such-
first one to ever play. I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to play this week. I have a Eldritch Knight and a Enchanting Wizard for the two other games that I'm in with my friends from. We were all friends in middle school when we first started playing D&D. So
Wow.
this is my first Blade Song. I'm excited to explore the class. It's pretty cool.
That's so
They're
funny.
pretty fun. I played a Blaze song before. I recommend.
Really?
Yeah, for real. Recommend.
It's the spell slot of a wizard, and you can fight.
Well, I'm gonna definitely dive into some YouTube videos and try to like kind of hone in like how to best strategize and use them. I think I've got a pretty good spell set. You know, it's been about 3